What are we filming? Oh, you installed it?
No.
Are you good at it?
Yeah.
Thought I saw your shadow under the door. Just a trick of the light I've seen before. I can never tell what's real anymore. Anymore, anymore.
It didn't. But that's the fun part about it. I feel like O'Connor, I won't say all that, but O'Connor did give me the fundamentals and like kind of like a foundation for me to relay back to and just check in like with checkpoints and how I am in life. But really and truly, I think that O'Connor prepared me the best by just keeping the unexpected out of it. Like there's so much to the world that we didn't even know what things we had to do with from O'Connor, and going out there and just seeing it for ourselves with the right behavioral mannerisms that we were given through our Catholic school was the best foundation and best preparation they could have given us for the real world.
O'Connor prepared me for the outside world by really teaching me a good work ethic, by my teachers setting firm due dates and ensuring that I got my work done on time. And yeah.
Honestly, I think that there were some really good teachers and they like taught me some good life lessons. And yeah, like specifically Mr. Visconti. Am I allowed to say these names?
Yes, please say that.
Specifically Mr. Visconti, love him to death. Miss Millette, love her to death. Miss Reed, even though she doesn't teach at the school, she did teach at the school. She's like amazing. There's like, oh, Miss Daw, you know, lots of amazing teachers. Miss Callahan, yeah.
When I first went to the school, I was the only person out of my elementary school to actually go to O'Connor. And I feel like that prepared me by having to, you know, socially network with people and step out of my comfort zone a bit, make some new friends that I wanted to make. Some good guys, other guys you see in this video, those are my buddies.
It gave me a good way to filter people. And like you learn like to pick to associate with the right people. Yeah, that's probably what I learned.
I think you get exposed to a huge diversity of people, and you have to learn how to like interact with all those guys, you know. So I think that's actually that was definitely helpful, like learning how to make connections, make friends, literally. But otherwise, when it comes to school, I feel like we were pretty coddled in O'Connor. It's a very like welcoming place, and the world isn't as welcoming as that. So.
My favorite moments were definitely after. Oh, I loved games. The games are so fun to like go to. Everybody would always show up and like cheering, and the pre-game where you like played music and stuff. I don't know if you guys still do that.
We do.
Yeah. Okay, that was super fun. And we just hang out with your friends, and also after school. Just like, yeah. Also, I really like those field days. Like, you know, like it's like every 2 years, and you would pick like skiing or something.
Activity day.
Yeah, activity day.
Favorite moments at O'Connor? Honestly, just like hanging out with my friends, like lunch, cafeteria times, like being stupid with people around you. Like that was a thing too that's really important, is when I look back on it, I don't really remember too much of the stress of like school and work and all that. It was just more of like, yeah, just being with your people, and like the simple moments were the best, you know. Yeah.
My favorite moment in high school was semi-formal, because that was like our first and only formal event, because COVID cut our school early.
My favorite moments at the school are definitely just all the time just hanging out with the guys, you know, in the hallways or at lunch or anything like that. Those are definitely the most memorable moments for me.
Moments at the school.
I really loved the grade 9 retreat at OCS. That was like so much fun. I loved being on Synergy when I was in grade 9. I loved the cheer team. I love Miss Millet and Mr. Visconti, and yeah. And there's lots of other teachers.
Nice, nice.
My biggest achievement in high school was honor roll.
That's a good one. I don't think I have too many. I would probably say my greatest achievement at O'Connor was being able to represent my school and my grade for president in my 12th year.
Nice.
Your biggest achievement was?
I did like a life 180. That's probably it. I was like didn't hang out with the right people, and then I like wasn't doing much. And I did like a life 180, and then now I'm doing pretty good for myself, I'd like to say.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Probably making it to OPSA in grade 9 with one of my good friends, Cassie Sullivan. Woo!
Without a doubt, OCS baseball, by far, that was the best. The team dynamic we had was just like, I don't know, I can't even describe it. For those of you who play baseball, I'm sure you guys know, but it was probably the best time.
Work at OCS was just like, I volunteered with a lot of the sports teams. I didn't really play any sports, but I managed like so many of them. And so I would just be there and like help out the team and stuff. And what else did I do? I was on cheer for a little bit. It was like the beginning of it, so it was kind of like still kind of like rough, but it was also good.
Oh yeah, I was on the cheer team. I was on Synergy. Yeah, I'm a dancer.
Nice, nice.
Transitional issue. School got harder. School got a lot harder. I think COVID just makes it a really difficult question for me to answer going in. So the whole thing was weird. I didn't do high school like that. So honestly, COVID was the biggest transitional issue. Was dealing with the pandemic, dealing with the fact that I couldn't actually meet people. So like, you go to college to make friends. At that time, you weren't allowed to like fraternize with anyone other than on your floor in your little sector. So like, you get like legitimately 15 people that you could be friends with. Luckily, I did become friends with a couple of them, but like, you had to break the rules to make friends, or else you're just like, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, you're just a hermit.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the hardest thing.
Probably being away from all of my friends. Yeah. All of my friends went to different universities.
Well, for me, it was a little bit different because I went into college during COVID. So my work routine became a lot harder as I had to keep myself disciplined despite the fact that I wasn't actually in school. But I would say, yeah, that was probably the hardest part, was keeping a routine despite the fact that I was able to go to class in my pajamas in my bed, you know?
I feel it was definitely more about COVID when I started because our classes were all online, and also in my residence, I did get to go to res, but it was very restricted. And we couldn't really, even if you made friends, like you're not really allowed to hang out with them in your rooms without masks on, or one person per whoever lives in the room. So yeah, that was mostly the biggest issue. I feel like as of for
Definitely try more in classes. Other than that, probably get out there more, to be honest. Talk to more people, because I just stayed within my friend groups. I didn't really try and talk to people outside that.
Okay. Do differently.
If I could go back in time, I'd probably spend a little more time doing my homework in grade 12. So I feel like I didn't put in like 100% of my best effort, and I probably could have got better marks to get into a little bit of a better program. But I learned a lot, so I was able to better myself going into university, so that's good.
In grade 9, I would probably try and get in contact with the friends that I have now, rather than do it in the later years.
Class. The graduating class. I would say to you guys, enjoy it. Enjoy being the top dog, because a couple months you will not be top dog. I promise you. But really and truly enjoy the time you have, and keep keen on these relationships, because a lot of them might not end up seeing through as far as you guys think.
Honestly, don't take for granted what you have in high school right now, and like just know that like once you leave high school, it's never gonna be like that again. It may be sad, but no, like you just are like, just appreciate your time in high school, I think, yeah. Because university is a different beast, or whatever you're doing after, the real world. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Advice to the graduating class. Don't be afraid ever. Like don't be afraid to change, to try things, to be wrong about things. Don't feel like you have to have it all together, or like you have to be a certain way because you were convinced of it, or you were told you have to be a certain way. Like you have no idea about anything yet, and that's okay. Neither do I. I'm not like an all-knowing human here, but just, take it easy and like understand that even the hard times you go through are part of the experience. It's part of the ride to kind of give you a sense of where you need to go, where you need to be. And it's all just a ride. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about it.
I would use the word community. That's it.
Unforgettable.
Opportunity.
Family.
It's definitely a family. I really felt like I was at home all the time, walking through the halls with O'Connor. Just being able to see everyone say good morning and stuff like that, it always was just a really nice environment for me.
Inclusive. Like extremely so.
Family.
I think depending, like for me, I feel like very comfortable at O'Connor. Like it was like
very inclusive, so inclusive.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Hope that was good enough for you.
yeah.
So shout out.
Oh, see you next time.
Darn it. Flip side. I know you're wondering who's this Billy in the back. No.
Nobody was wondering.